Hello everyone, I am Joshua Hatton, once again coming back at you with a whiskey video review, but I am blessed and honored to have my main man, my business partner, my buddy, my brother, Jason Johnstone-Yellin with me.
So very touching. Thank you for having me.
Very touching, yeah. Happy to have you. Jason spends quite a bit of his time on the road, in a plane, in front of people, at seminars, taking people out to Scotland on various Scotch whiskey tours, part of Whiskey Geek Tour Company, one of our other ventures, which some of our members may be familiar with.
Yep, good times.
Yep. But you've been hopefully you've been watching some of my video reviews of all the Single Cask Nation whiskeys that we're releasing. So here's another one. A little while back, I did a review of our Glenmurray 12-year-old Madeira cask. That was 6 years bourbon, 6 years Madeira.
Yep, quite delicious.
Quite delicious. So that is about to get on a boat and head over to the U.S. And along with it will be... Drum roll, please. There it is.
Long time ago in a galaxy far, far away, there was Laphroaig 5-year-old with tasting notes and an ABV.
So this is our Laphroaig 5-year-old. We'd show you the label, but watch what happens. It just gets sort of washed down.
It is 5, though.
It is 5. You see it's 5-year-old. And this was matured in a refill bourbon hogshead, but the color is insanely dark for 5-year-old refill bourbon. 57.9% alcohol, and this was one of those gems that as we're going through some of the warehouses, and you just fall upon it, you say, oh, hold on please, what might that be? So completely unexpected. You know, I'll pour for you first.
Thank you.
We were very happy to find this. So some of you may remember, hopefully you remember, our 6-year-old Laphroaig, also from Bourbon Barrel.
Yeah, refill back then.
Yep, refill. And that one sold out pretty quickly. And Serge from Whiskey Fun was nice enough to give that one a 92, which for Serge, any whiskey in the 90s and above, they're sort of few and far between. And he'll sometimes give whiskeys an 87 and refer to them as perfect, amazing, fantastic. And if you can be an 87, perfect, amazing, and fantastic, but now you're a 92, I think that's saying something about our whiskey. So it was very nice of him to give us such a score. As a man we respect thoroughly. But enough about the 6-year-old. That's long gone. That's history. This 5-year-old will be hitting U.S. shores shortly. We've got 312 bottles out of this cask.
It has the same coastal freshness as the 6-year-old.
Yeah.
If people enjoyed that one, I think it starts in the same place. Maybe a little bit more coal dust on the nose on this one.
Yeah. There's a lot of times when you taste a whiskey, you can get that creaminess going on the palate, but sometimes you can detect it on the nose. And there's this almost like lemon curd kind of creamy, citrus meets creamy kind of thing going on here, which is
still a little bit pebbly, like you were down on the shore side on the little bay by the hollow.
Yeah, nice.
Which, for anybody who's been drinking Laphroaig in the last 16 years, any part of the 21st century, it definitely has that new mineraliness that I expect from the Laphroaig. Very inviting, though.
And this screams Laphroaig from Laphroaig I remember drinking 10 years ago.
Yep, for sure.
Right?
Good oil in the glass.
Yeah. Not saying anything bad about new releases or anything like that. This isn't that type of post. But it really is reminiscent of some of those releases from a little while back. Yeah, great oil. You're going in. Look at you. Look at you. You did it. All right, so here we go.
And just like I do in my tastings, completely ignoring that first amazing, delicious taste. Just ignoring that, and then repeating. Now my mouth's been coated, repeating. Mm. Mm. Very different in the mouth than the 6-year-old.
Well, the 6-year-old was bright and crisp and had this massive sort of peppery finish, where this is oils full on from the get-go, just mouth coating.
Spicy.
There's spice, but remember the 6-year-old had that sort of growing spice? This sort of just stays nice and even as it leans towards the finish, and I really like that. Wow, coming back to the nose, and there's more of a char that I noticed here before we took a sip.
Still with that lemon citrus freshness. Yeah, that's an awfully good Laphroaig.
I would, it's been a few months since I had the 6-year-old, but I would put this up with some of the best Laphroaigs that I've had, both by them and independently. It's in that wheelhouse of young and punchy, but, you know, oily, bright, citrusy, fruity. The coal dust, I mean, there's a lot of elements that are balancing each other out in a really nice way.
That's why I keep going back and sipping it some more. It's like, which one wants to take over from the others? And right now it's just, oh no, there's A and there's B and there's C and there's D. And you just keep moving between them all.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's rather tasty.
What are you getting on the finish?
I think some more of that citrus quality from the nose. I think, you know, we always talk about this at our tastings, looking for that thread from the nose to the palate to the finish.
Yeah,
I think that lemon citrus continues through.
Yeah.
I think some of that mineraliness continues through as well.
Yeah.
For me, it's not a particularly long finish mid-palate, but it is a long finish in the back and certainly in the throat and into the chest. You know, 57.9% alcohol with all this oil. It's not a barn burner by any stretch of the imagination, but there's a warmth to it that just keeps resonating.
Yeah.
You?
It gets candied for me. Like that lemony sweetness just, it goes from citrus to almost, you know, candied lemon peels. It's that sweetness going on. And there's a peppery hint in the back. I know in our official notes that we wrote some while ago, we talked about this sort of like big red chewing gum, sort of a cinnamon kind of note there.
There definitely is cinnamon to it. There's no getting away from that. And really to the front of the tongue as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I keep, as I sip it some more, even as you're sitting there talking about the sweetness of it, I'm getting the coal dust. There's so much coal dust, just keeps going and going.
Yeah.
With other notes jumping off of that, bouncing off of that.
Yeah.
The sweet bounces off it, the citrus bounces off it. But the coal dust remains. Do you have an open 6-year-old?
I don't.
Yeah, me neither.
I don't. No. I have a closed one that I won't open. Not too soon. Anyway, we've waxed on lyrical enough about this one. We're hoping that this will hit our shores before the end of 2016, but cannot promise anything. That's the hope. We'll see what happens. It could be a January 2017 thing. The good news is, unlike our undisclosed Islas, which were fantastic, and we still have a little bit of our 2008 left, the price on this was not as dear as that was. So we're able to extend some of that savings to you. And we're happy to say that this, to you, and you, and you, and you, we're happy to say that this will be put online for $95 a bottle. Not too shabby for 5-year-old Laphroaig, that is. It's both a powerhouse and there's a bit of an elegance to it, I dare say.
Yeah, it's definitely one for members to explore.
Yeah. So thank you all for watching. I hope you're enjoying these video series. We will be doing videos for each and every release we do, as we have been for maybe the past 6 or 7 releases. So thanks for sticking around. Thanks for sharing with your friends. Really appreciate it. Cheers, Slanjava, L'chaim, Kampai, Prost. I'm running out of, I'll just say this. Thank you.